Alrighty, guys. Hope I didn't scare you, Boomer. Hey guys, how y'all doing today? It's a beautiful day. Even though, I know it might rain. It might not. Okay. Ooh, this is all wet from. What is it? Condensation or something? Okay. Hey y'all, I am back for another live today. We're going to be doing another Bible reading. If y'all don't already know, we're reading pretty much all the books of the Bible, and today we are on Job. And considering Job is one of the longer books of the Bible, as well as some others, we'll be splitting that into 3 chapters every day. Specifically for Job, other chapters we might get into, other books we might get into more than just 3 chapters for a live Bible reading. So I don't really know what else I'm gonna have to say. If y'all want to say hi to Boomer, I don't really want to mess up the camera, but it's alright. Say hi to Boomer. Boomer! Just letting y'all say hi. I think that's pretty much it. As y'all know, we'll start off with reading the summary, and then we'll read the 3 chapters, and then we'll go ahead and finish off with reading the summary again. I'm gonna be real, I appreciate the fact that we're reading the summary because it kind of reminds you, since we're in Job, it reminds you of what Job is going through during this time. Because again, he's going through a very difficult time. I mean, to be fair with you, you be essentially at the top of your game. The Lord trusts you and your faith in him so much that he's willing to not only bet on you, but he's willing to make you one of his strong soldiers that faces the devil head on. As in, the devil is specifically saying, I will ruin Job's life just to prove to you, Lord, that I am a God of the world, or I am so powerful that I can make one of your strongest faithful soldiers turn his back on you and he will worship me. And that's essentially what God wants to prove to the devil. Be like, I'm gonna be real with you. You cannot kill Job, but all that trials, tribulations, and suffering that you are going to provide on one of my strongest and faithful soldiers, it won't work. He will still worship me, Lord, worship me, God, and he will still be faithful. Even if I'm gonna be real, the suffering that Job is experiencing is real. And so, as y'all know, we've read chapters 7 through 9 yesterday. So we'll read chapters 10 through 12 today. So let's go ahead and start off with the summary. And here we go. Job, the first of the poetical books, deals with the problem of suffering. God allows Satan to afflict Job, a prosperous and pious man, to test his faith. Job loses his children, his property, and his health. But in the end, he acknowledges God's wisdom and justice, and God restores him. All right, chapter 10. My soul loathes my life. I will give free course to my complaint. I will speak in the bitterness of my soul. I will say to God, do not condemn me. Show me why you contend with me. Does it seem good to you that you should oppress? That you should despise the work of your hands and smile on the counsel of the wicked? Do you have eyes of the flesh? Or do you see as man sees? Are your days like the days of a mortal man? Are your years like the days of a mighty man? That you should seek for my iniquity and search out my sin. Although you know that I am not wicked and there is no one who can deliver from your hand. Your hands have made me and fashioned me, and intricate me, or in an intricate unity. Yet you would destroy me. Remember, I pray that you have made me like clay, and will you turn me into dust again? Did you not pour me out like milk, and curdle me like cheese, clothe me with skin and flesh, and knit me together with bones and sinews? You have granted me life and favor, and your care has preserved my spirit, and these things you have hidden in your heart. I know that this was with you. If I sin, then you mark me, and will not acquit me of my iniquity. If I am wicked, woe to me, even if I am righteous. I cannot lift up my head. I am full of disgrace. See my misery. If my head is exalted, you hunt me like a fierce lion. And again you show yourself awesome against me. You renew your witnesses against me and increase your indignation toward me. Changes and war are ever with me. Why then have you brought me out of the womb? Oh, that I had perished and no eye had seen me. I would have been as though I had not been. I would have been carried from the womb to the grave. Are not my days few? Cease, leave me alone, that I may take a little comfort before I go to the place from which I shall not return, to the land of darkness and the shadow of death, as a land as darkness itself, as the shadow of death without any order, where even the light is like darkness. Chapter 11. Then Zophar the Naamathite answered and said, should not the multitude of words be answered? And should a man full of talk be vindicated? Should your empty talk make men hold their peace? And when you mock, should no one rebuke you? For you have said, my doctrine is pure, and I am clean in your eyes. But oh, that God would speak and open his lips against you, that he would show you the secrets of wisdom, for they would double your prudence. Know, therefore, that God exacts from you less than your iniquity deserves. Can you search out the deep things of God? Can you find out the limits of the Almighty? There are higher than heaven. What can you do? Deeper than Sheol. What can you know? Their measure is longer than the earth and broader than the sea. If he passes by in prisons and gathers to judgment, then who can hinder him? For he knows deceitful men, he sees wickedness also. Will he not consider it? For an empty-headed man will be wise when a wild donkey's colt is born a man. If you would prepare your heart and stretch out your hands toward him, if iniquity were in your hand and you put it far away, and would not let wickedness dwell in your tents, then surely you could lift up your face without spot. Yes, you could be steadfast and not fear, because you would forget your misery and remember it as waters that have passed away, and your life would be brighter than noonday. Though you were dark, you would be like the morning, and you would be secure because there is hope. Yes, you would dig around you and take your rest in safety. You would also lie down and no one would make you afraid. Yes, many would court your favor, but the eyes of the wicked will fail, and they shall not escape in their hope. Loss of life. Chapter 12. Then Job answered and said, no doubt you are the people, and wisdom will die with you, but I have understanding as well as you. I am not inferior to you. Indeed, who does not know such things as these? I am one mocked by his friends. Who called on God? And he answered him, the just and blameless who is ridiculed. A lamp is despised in the thought of one who is at ease. It is made ready for those whose feet slip. The tents of robbers prosper, and those who provoke God are secure in what God provides by his hand. But now ask the beasts, and they will teach you, and the birds of the air, and They will tell you or speak to the earth, and it will teach you. And the fish of the sea will explain to you, who among all these does not know that the hand of the Lord has done this, and whose hand is the life of every living thing and the breath of all mankind? Does not the ear test words, and the mouth taste its food? Wisdom is with aged men, and with length of days understanding. With him are wisdom and strength. He has counsel and understanding. If he breaks a thing down, it cannot be rebuilt. If he imprisons a man, there can be no release. If he withholds the waters, they dry up. If he sends them out, they overwhelm the earth. With him are strength and prudence. The deceived and the deceiver are his. He leads councils away plundered, and makes fools of the judges. He loosens the bonds of kings, and binds their waists with a belt. He leads princes away plundered, and overthrows the mighty. He deprives the trusted ones of speech, and takes away the discernment of the elders. He pours contempt on princes, and disarms the mighty. He uncovers deep things out of darkness, and brings the shadow of death to light. He makes nations great and destroys them. He enlarges nations and guides them. He takes away the understanding of the chiefs of the people of the earth, and makes them wander in a pathless wilderness. They grope in the dark without light, and he makes them stagger like a drunken man. Job, the first of the poetical books, deals with the problem of suffering. God allows Satan to afflict Job, a prosperous and pious man, to test his faith. Job loses his children, his property, and his health. But in the end, he acknowledges God's wisdom and justice, and God restores him. All right, y'all. That was the Bible reading for today, the live Bible reading. If you haven't already, go ahead and check out all my other videos, both on my long form content and short form content. If you want to see what other books of the Bible that I've read so far, check out the live streams of the YouTube channel. I do want to thank y'all again for joining me on this journey, and be sure to join back tomorrow's live for Job chapter 13 through 15. Okay? Thank you again. You want to say bye, Boomer? Don't get scared. Say bye. Bye.